what I wanted to ask you, as you grow in your Christian life and in your own private your prayer life, you can imagine an old monk. God is going to kind of have maybe higher aspirations for his prayer life than maybe for a college student who is just discovering the faith, personally. So as you go about that journey, how do you know that you have the prayer life that God wills for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, I don't know that I'd make the distinction that a monk would have a deeper prayer. I mean, in some ways, objectively, you think that they must have. But I came across this quote from, who was it? St. John Chrysostom. And he talks about, he said, about scripture reading and about prayer. He said, don't waste my time by saying things like, well, I'm too busy to pray, or I don't have enough time to read the scriptures because I'm busy at work, busy at whatever. He said, don't you realize you need prayer more than the monks? Because they're not assailed by the arrows and spears of daily life that you are. And he went through this whole list of things because not only does your boss annoy you, but your spouse irritates you and your kids bother you and all these kind of things. And you need prayer, you need scripture more even than the monks. And I was like, wow, that just resonated so deeply, because I was like, I think there's an aspect there where I remember we had a seminarian who, he was a seminarian and then he left. He was discerned out. Mm-hmm. And at one point he told me later on, he went to a priest and was like, Father, I'm struggling to make a holy hour. And the priest was like, well, you don't need to make a holy hour anymore. You're not a seminarian anymore. And that always rubbed me the wrong way, in that sense of, wait, no. Father Thomas Dubay once said, he said, with the people who, like, I'm a dad, I can't pray, or my mom, I can't pray. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, it's okay, then don't pray, no problem. Just if you are content being a mediocre dad, then you're no problem, just don't pray. If you're content being a mediocre mom, then you're right, you don't have time to pray. I thought, I couldn't get away with saying that. Father Thomas Dubay, if you ever met him before he passed away, he was the most gentle man who could no problem. Just if you want to be mediocre, absolutely, go for it.